Alright, now first we need to figure out how to run the power cable through. So luckily, since this is an automatic, then there, where the clutch pedal would go, there's a nice chunk that just peels right out. So you can just toss that aside. And then where the clutch pedal lines would go, then this other rubber piece just peels right out. So now we go straight into the engine bay, which is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this rubber piece so that the power line can go through it, and then we can seal it so water isn't leaking through. So the wiring kit that we're gonna be using is this Boss Audio 4-gauge kit. I think they just got it off of Amazon. I told them to get a kicker kit because I really like the wires in the kicker better. Plus they already have the ends terminated that you need. So you can see there, it's not the best wire, but hey, it was cheap on Amazon, and plus it's just a Ford Fiesta, so this will be fine. Alright, so now let's go ahead and cut the grommet here. Alright, now we got this hole cut, so I'm just going to go ahead and fish the wire through from the side that's going into the engine bay. So I'm going to push it through this way. That way we can get a nice good seal around it with some like goo. I can't remember what it's called, but we'll get a nice good seal around it on the inside so the water won't leak through. And then once we get the wire pushed in and lined up where we want it, then we'll seal it and stick this back in the engine and get everything sealed up. Now one of the nice things about this kit is that they did give us 2 different size ring terminals. So that's kind of nice. So we'll go ahead and pop off the battery cover and see which one we need. You can see here's the positive end. I just connected the positive terminal. So you can see here I just have it secured on there, and then it runs back into here. I did clip out a little chunk of this red cap just so it'd fit on there snug. Then you can see I ran the fuse box back to on top of the factory fuse box, and it's I mean, it works right there. I'm probably not gonna secure it down. I mean, I may like Velcro it or something, but I want to make sure that they can get to this lid easily. But you can see I just cut the wire there, so it's only a couple inches away from the battery, which is great. Then I loop it up and over the brake fluid line here and zip tied that down, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and seal up that hole there. Oh, and one thing that's important to notice, I took the fuse out of the fuse box, so now I can run the wire and cut it and everything without having to worry about it touching the body and sparking. So that's just what I do, so I can run all the wire, get it the exact length that I want, and then I can just put the fuse in and everything's good to go. But make sure you take that fuse out before you continue on with the rest of this. Okay, I just finished soldering the positive ring terminal, and then now I came back here to check out where I'll hook the ground, and you can see the best point really is right there on that seat bolt. So that was a T50 star bit or torque bit. So now I'm gonna go ahead and solder the negative side. Now one thing that is really nice about this kit, not having the ring terminals already soldered, is that you get to pick and choose which ones fit best. And you can see this big one fits perfect over this huge bolt, and normally I have to drill out the ring terminals. So this kit, you know, you have to solder it yourself, but you know, it is what it is. It was a little bit cheaper than the kicker anyway, so we'll go ahead and get that soldered up. Alright, so you can see I've got this end soldered here. It's not the best job, but it'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand a little bit of paint off of the seat bracket, and then connect this up so then I have a ground. Alright, now you can see I've got the ground cable connected. So, got all that ready. And then I have the positive wire coming through. Everything's set from up here. So, again, that fuse is out. And then I'm going to go ahead and run the power wire all the way through this channel right here, and then all the way to the back. Then once I get there, then I'll go ahead and ground test it and make sure that we've actually got juice flowing. So to get this channel open to where we can run the power wire through, we're gonna have to peel off this weather stripping. So you just kind of grab onto it and pull it out there. And so we only need about half of it off, and we're gonna pop off this panel here. So now everything is put back together. I kind of got lazy with making the video, so I'll include the link that I used to get the radio off, but it's kind of tricky, and I had to fish some parts out of the dash afterwards. But anyway, spliced into the wires, and it's these wires here, and then I ran them down underneath the glove box. It pops off really easily and goes all the way down through this channel just like the power wire, and goes all the way back. Now for the remote wire, you can see back there, fuse 19 is the one that I plugged into, and it works. So now that turns on the amplifier whenever the sub turns on, or whenever the car turns on. Goes all the way back to a 15-inch sub. Okay, now let's see how it actually sounds. Now this is turned on low for everything, just because I figured a pink steering wheel cover does not need a full powered 15-inch sub. So yeah, that's with pretty low power, and it's still pretty good. So yeah, I mean, that's how you install an amplifier and a sub in a, what year did you say this was? 2013 Ford Fiesta then. Okay, so yeah, you can see there's everything all ran. So cool. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.